Well, I hope what I'm doing here is going to be at least somewhat useful to somebody. Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I just could not skip this and not share what I'm doing here. Well, this is something stupid and unfortunately I have to do it. If you're lucky enough to live in one of those states where the front license plate is required, then you have to figure out how to install one of those on the front and how to attach it to the front bumper. So, well, naturally there is a couple of ways to do it. The factory, whatever that is, it's actually not of this car. I think it's from the other car, but I kind of like it because it's this base plate factory, I guess. Is it? Should say BMW, or it's kind of skinny, and it's covered by the plate itself, so it's not as ugly. And this is a temporary solution actually, so I'm not doing this on a permanent basis because, well, let's get back to it. If you don't have to put this on the front, you're lucky, you can just drive your car like this. But if you have to put one on, then you do have a couple of options. I guess that's the bottom line of this video, and that's where that's what I'm trying to get. So one of the, well, naturally the original so the most logical thing is just to use the factory plate or base or bracket, whatever, and just attach it to your front bumper. And then in that case, people just drill into the bumper itself with like self-tapping screws or something, because that's how this one is meant to be installed. All these holes here. This is kind of stupid because you have to drill into the front bumper itself. And besides, there is not a whole lot of plastic to really hold any self-tapping screw, or actually there's not much material to work for self-tapping screws. So an option would be, I guess, to run a screw through this plate or through the license plate itself, like a regular machine screw thread, and put a knot on the back side. So I guess that's doable. It's just you have to get to the back side of the bumper. I don't want to, well, at some point, no, I'm not going to drill my front bumper ever again. It's just this one has been drilled. There's a bunch of holes in here already. So, and like I said, self-tapping screws that have been used here, they don't hold anything. So that's two options basically. Well, not two options, that's one option. Just do it as the factory installation, or keep the factory installation. Or if you bought a car and you have to install this, that's probably one way to go. But I don't want to, like I said, don't want to drill into the bumper. I'm going to fix the bumper, or maybe even replace it. So I don't want any holes or anything because it's just stupid. I wish I could drive without this, but you can get a ticket here in Virginia if you don't have the front license plate. I guess options, you can just, some people do it. You can buy an aftermarket, first of all, or second of all, you can buy an aftermarket bracket that mounts to the grill and such. I don't like that much because there isn't a whole lot of a grill on this car. Really flimsy too. So that's one option, and you have to spend money on that. The second option is to just buy the tow hook mounting plate, $60, $70, $80, $110, something like that, depending on who makes, sells, and designs those. My brother has, I guess, at least on his car, that mounting. Like a few people that I know actually have those. Not sure if I like it, and I'm not sure if I can do it because my bumper support is not a standard E90 bumper support. It's a, let's see, can I see? This thing also kind of, is it broken? Right, so I have a carbon fiber M3 bumper support, reinforcement, bumper carrier, whatever it's called. And since I don't have an M3 bumper, these things don't really line up. I still can use a tow hook, but the misalignment here is horrendous, which really doesn't bother me, because if I need to use it ever, now this one is not staying and I'm going to lose it. Oh god, In any case, I don't really like the side mounted license plate. It kind of looks too funny in my opinion. I mean, it's fine, but I like symmetry. In any case, that's the other option, and what some people do and actually works just fine. You take just the plate, run a double-sided tape on the back side of it. A variety of tapes is available. This one is something really thin, but this tape works. Miracles actually. It's a 3M VHB tape, super skinny, but it works miracles. So you just run a tape on the back side of this, slap it on like that, and it actually works. And it's these stay on for years. And why wouldn't they? Since many cars manufacturers use double-sided tape to install moldings, trim pieces and such. And actually, with years, that tape fuses so good into the paint and plastics mainly metal, or well, not sure about metals, that it becomes difficult to remove it. So you're not going to lose your front license plate if you just tape it with a double-sided tape. At that point, you can actually just take this and just tape it on this side here. And I guess that may actually be something that I could do like this, just on this side. Why not? I don't see that being a problem. I can just tape it here. Maybe I should, because like I said, I need to fix this bumper anyway, or replace it or fix it. So I'm talking too much. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, nope, these are not the screws. I need to find the screws now. In any case, I'm going to use this bracket, and I'm going to, since this bracket has this plate, does not match to the threaded holes with inserts, it matches to these holes that are just holes for self-tapping screws, I guess. Well, stupid. In any case, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to tape this thing to the bumper and then just screw this plate to this bracket with just normal screws, I guess, or self-tapping screws. And why I'm doing that, I don't know, because like I said, the very basic mounting with a double-sided tape to the bumper is probably good enough, and like I said, people do that, not a big deal. So, but let's continue with this installation. This is going to be here just like that, and I think it's not bad at all. The problem is that there is a bit of a lip on the top here, and I cannot just run, well, I guess I can build up a tape, but that's like a 3/8 of an inch at least, close to like 10 millimeters. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tape this piece of rubber. It's a fairly rigid but still soft type of a rubber. That's all that I could find, and that's going to be tall enough to actually fill up that gap. So, and again, I'm going to use a lot of double-sided tape today. So I'm going to, of course you have to clean everything really well, because this double-sided tape does not like anything dusty or something that is oily. You have to really clean surfaces. Even this rubber has to be cleaned, and I'm using like 99% alcohol or something like that. So I'm going to have these two, and then that might actually work. So let's figure this out. Let's put this tape here. So I'm going to take a piece of this tape now. So okay, I taped a piece of like a rubber strip to fill up the gap. Now I'm going to apply this tape over this rubber. I'm not going to care if it doesn't look good, because it's a temporary solution, and no one is going to see it. But if I was doing this for real, I would probably do a better job for sure. On the bottom I use this thin tape because there's much of a gap. On the top I use this tape, rubber strip, this thicker rubber strip, and as we can see here, that's what it's going to be. Now I'm not 100% sure if this tape actually, well, that's the concept that we are testing here, whether this is going to stay or I'm going to lose my front plate at some point driving on the interstate fast, well, within speed limits, of course. Peel, come on. Well, better not touch it. So now I guess it's time to attach this, and I'm going to just eyeball it because, well, the bottom part of this is going to go against this part of the bumper, so it's like an L-shaped here. And as far as centering, well, I'm going to eyeball it like I said, but I think I'm also going to rely on this footprint that was left, and actually this will cover those holes that I have in the bumper. Isn't that something? No one is going to really see those ugly holes anymore. So yes, it all is really flexy, and this bumper is not a whole lot, and if I flex it like that far in, if I push it far enough, I actually can feel the carbon fiber, the bumper cover hitting the carbon fiber, the bumper support. You may have something else, aluminum or steel if you have a regular bumper support. That's not bad at all. Well, I guess an option is, if you feel brave enough, you can just take a fairly long self-tapping screw, run a drill through the bumper cover into the bumper support, and then just run that self-tapping screw all the way through the bumper cover into the support, and that actually is going to be a really good way of probably keeping this thing on. Or you can do the same with the plate itself, just run a long self-tapping screw through, and that's probably also going to be good enough for most people. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this, I guess, complete this test and see if oh boy, that's actually not Phillips. These screws here, are they Torx? They are Torx. I guess these are some kind of an OEM BMW screw that I bought at some point, like a bunch of. But this will actually tap into the plastic. Although this has like a, well, this screw is just fine for, it's just perfect for this job. It's got more or less regular thread, but it also tapers, so it will start going into the plastic, because the plastic is kind of pre-drilled. Yeah, you cannot really screw these in tight because they are not meant to be screwed into like soft plastic, and basically if you over tighten them, if you over torque them, you are going to just strip the plastic and strip the plastic. You're not going to strip the screw, and they will become loose, and they're not going to really do anything good. Is this good enough, or should I run 2 more screws in here? Well, unfortunately I don't have anything except for these 2 really nice screws. Well, this one is tight. Well, yes, of course, these are meant to be run into plastics. They are self-tapping screws, and they become tight. These don't become tight. well, now this looks nice. What screws those are? That's a good question, because those are really nice screws. These are the BMW original screws. They have a really large diameter head. They are Torx flat. They are not long. They are about 10 millimeters, close to half inch, less than half inch long. They are self-tapping for plastics and such. And they are BMW screws. So if you want to use really nice screws, I don't think they're stainless though. This is the screw. This is so that's the screw, that's the part number for it. And actually I need to get some of these for myself, more of these for myself, because I have a couple of projects with plastics coming up and I do need some screws. I always like to use original BMW original hardware. It's always nice and good quality, and it always works the way it's supposed to work. German engineering, of course, that's what it is. And now the only question is whether that double-sided tape is going to keep this, or it's going to not hold it. And I guess that is the question. Is it going to stay or not? But if this works again, and I fix the bumper or replace the bumper, and I don't want to drill holes in it, so I'm going to probably use the tape again. If this works. If not, there's another option. There is another solution. And I guess, well, I might and probably should try doing that. Basically, you can buy a set of really strong magnets, and you can glue those onto your either the plate or the base of the plate or the bracket, and then you glue a set on the on the back side of the bumper cover. So you just match the locations, and then those magnets will actually hold this thing really well in place. Did I do that before? I'm just, when I was younger. Maybe I have. Maybe I didn't do it before. Doesn't matter. In any case, that's a solution. That's an option too, and maybe I should try doing that. But to do that, you have to get to the back side of the bumper again, and you have to glue or epoxy things in place, and so on. And I may try that, but for now we'll be testing if this double-sided tape is good enough to hold this in place. And now the front tag is in place, and if it stays on, then that's good. If I lose it, I lose it. I hope I don't lose it. Well, I guess that's all. That's all the options that you can explore, or those are options that are available to you, and to me, and to everybody else, to everyone. And I think it's good enough. It's still ugly, it's still stupid, I just don't like this whole idea. And some states don't even issue the front license plates. Pennsylvania is one of them. So if you're in Pennsylvania, well, good luck with rust and cars getting rusted. Well, at that point, I'd rather have this, but no rust. Okay, that should be it for now, for today, for this video. And well, let's move on to something that is more useful, I guess.